happened again. Can you please stop going into overtime?
Yeah, this is a floor time episode. I don't feel like actually being at my desk for this one. Yeah, Bruins lose 4-3 in the shootout to the Seattle Kraken. My God. This game sucked. This game really sucked. And I can pinpoint exactly who made it this bad. And for once, his name wasn't Derek Forbort. Forbort wasn't even playing in this game. Forbort this morning missed a team meeting, and just as DeBrusk missed one earlier this year, and he was disciplined for it by completely missing a game, Forbort did the same. He was in the press box all game. Thankfully, he did not disgrace our defense with his presence. That's the good news. The bad news is that our defense sucks regardless. And people still want Hanifin. Look, here's the thing about Hanifin. Hanifin has 44 turnovers in the defensive zone. The defenseman with the most turnovers for the Bruins, period, whether it's in the defensive zone or in any other zone, is McAvoy with 40. Hanifin has turned the puck over more in the defensive zone than any other Bruin has, period. And considering how bad our defensive zone puck possession is, and that was on full display this game, we don't need it to be worse. Regardless, I spent the past two episodes complaining about Hanifin and trade talk. Anyway, it wasn't Forbort that messed up this game for us. So who was it? Frederick Lecuyer, or however the hell you pronounce that. Lecuyer, probably. I don't know. One of the refs for tonight. He won his 1,007th game reffing officiating an NHL game. And just as Steve Dangle called Wes McCauley a 1,300 game infliction on the NHL, I'm willing to say the same thing as about Lecoyer. My God, Jesus Christ. This is just a masterclass of him. Bruins could not buy a call. Well, one of the most blatant too many men on the ice penalties that the Bruins have faced all season. Not the one that they took during I think the Carlo cross-check, which it's still a mystery as to, actually it probably isn't a mystery as to why that was called a cross-check. But my God, this entire game, it was there was definitely a thumb on the scale. That Frederick goal should have not Frederick. That Geeky goal. Geeky had a pretty up and down game. On the one hand, he was actually pretty damn good with puck possession, but on the other hand, bad pretty much everywhere else. That penalty that tripping penalty that he took, completely unnecessary. And where did that get us? Well, the Bruins ended up killing that penalty, but let's talk about the actual game. First period, Bruins come out really, really strong. Really strong, actually. Pasternak, Kevin Shattenkirk with a fantastic feed, just a rainbow shot over the neutral zone. Pasternak, you know what I say. Kick your feet up, my guy. Have a spa day, why don't you? And that ends up being, and to be fair, he does. He does. He treats this as if it is a spa day. And and with minimum effort, he flips this over Grubauer. The puck is arcing before it even breaks the plane. That's how little effort Pasta put into this. It was just a little flip of the puck, and Grubauer could not. And Grubauer was just completely confounded by it. 1-0 Boston, but Pasta, pick that puck up, my guy. That is your 700th point in the NHL. Amazing what this kid is. Amazing what this guy has done. And before the game, a lot of people were really confused for one very big reason. The practice lines. Anthony Richard, all of a sudden, top line. It's not Pasta. It's not DeBrusk. It's not Heinen. It's not even freaking Coyle. It's up there. It is Anthony Richard. To be fair, I think Richard had an okay night on the top line. That's what I'm gonna say. Is he had an okay night. He definitely had the energy. He had the energy that you would want from that top line. But come on. You know exactly what's what we're gonna have the conversation about. Logan Stankoven, and after being called up and then immediately sent down later that day from Dallas. Earlier today, or either yesterday, he scored his first goal. Drafted 2 spots after Fabian Lysell. 2 spots after Fabian Lysell. And I know. We don't usually bring up guys to fill in roles that they don't necessarily fit in. I feel like the reason why we brought up Anthony Richard is so that we could fill in the hole that was left by Matt Patra. I don't care. If you're gonna have this kid playing on the top line, you might as well make the money work. I don't care. Bury forward at this point. You took the penalty of burying Mike Riley last year. Mike Riley, someone who you gave a 3x3 deal to, and somehow Forbort is not worth that. Somehow Forbort is not worth the penalty. No, not at all. Lorai again is proving why he should stay up here, and he had a fantastic night tonight. Lorai still amazing job. I don't know necessarily if Lorai is going to win a Norris in his lifetime, but my God, he is ready. Lorai is ready. And you know how we know that you know how we knew that he was ready? By giving him a shot. You gotta give him a shot. You gotta give him a shot at some point. You buried Mike Riley. You buried Mike Riley last year. You can do the same for Forbort. These lines that we have right now. Grzelcyk McAvoy, Carlo Lorai, Shattenkirk Wotherspoon. Great pair tonight. Honestly, there was really little to complain about with those two. You don't need Forbort. And when Lindholm gets healthy, sure, make Wotherspoon 70. Maybe even make Lorai the 70. I don't entirely hate the idea of making Lorai the 7D. You gotta get rid of Forbort. You bury him. Bury his contract. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, the game. Second period. Second period. Justin Bradshaw goes for hooking. This was one of the less egregious ones. Probably the most egregious penalties that we took were the not Carlo cross check really. The most egregious things that happened, and at least in terms of penalties, was the Denton Heinen high stick against Vince Dunn near the end of the game. But not only did we kill that penalty, great, it was also at the end of the game. And at that point, I would much rather us just get the point rather than leave with nothing. It sucks. It sucks saying just get us to overtime. It sucks saying just get us to overtime because I hate overtime. I really, really hate overtime. I hate overtime, and I hate the shootout even more than I hate overtime. But anyway, Bradshaw goes for hooking, and Omar. What was that? What was that? Come on. Come on. We know you're better. We know you're better than that. If you didn't see, during one of the last rushes of the power play, Matty Beniers just ricochets the puck off the end boards, and it ends up right in front of Olmark. He goes to clear it, and remember that time that Tristan Jarry tried to do the exact same thing, and it ended up on the stick of an Islanders player, and it cost Pittsburgh the series in the bubble. That's basically what happened. Omar tries to clear it by just yeeting the puck. It goes right into Jordan Eberle, and Eberle just Eberle takes it and just puts it right past Omar. And again, you gotta ask, what the hell was that? And honestly, I have to say that was the only bad goal that Omar let in. That was the only bad goal that Omar let in. In the entire rest of the game, it was as if Omar remembered, oh yeah, I won the Vezina last year. Pasta had a really nice goal today. Pasta had a really nice second goal. Freaking McAvoy with an amazing keep in puck ricochets to Zaka, who had a great game. I'll say it. Zaka had a really good game. Zaka had a great game. I just said that like 3 or 4 times in a row. He centers the puck down to again, it's floor time. He centers the puck down to or rather gets the puck to Pasternak while he's in the middle, while he's in front of the net, and he scores. And that takes us into the third period. Third period. Oh, this is where it gets sloppy. This is where it gets frustrating. So we start off by allowing a goal from Vince Dunn. We love that. We love allowing a goal by Vince. We love allowing a goal by Vince Dunn. Immediately off the face-off, by the way. Imagine if we had a guy who could take face-offs. I know Coyle is de facto that guy for us. And to be fair, he's stepped up where that's concerned. But man, it's almost like we have a it's almost like we have a prospect who is really, really good at taking face-offs. Someone who also has a really, really good defensive presence, speed, size, and is exactly what you need at this point. No. It's February. It's February. We can't go to the beach just yet.
The camera angles like this for the rest of the video. Screw it.
I don't care what kind of cap chicanery you have to pull to get him back up. Get Beecher back up. Just get him back up. But after this Vince Dunn goal, we get the really unnecessary geeky trip, and understandably everybody hates geeky for approximately like 2 minutes 25 seconds, and then right afterwards geeky just goes right to goal, and that's not goaltender interference. I don't care. That's not goaltender interference. He is playing the puck. He is making contact specifically with the puck before he makes contact with Grubauer. He is not impeding Grubauer from doing his job. This is an unnecessary play from Grubauer. But who cares? Wanna know why? Because it didn't count. Because they called it goaltender interference. Thank you, Lecoyer. Screw you. And honestly, props to Monty for keeping his cool through it all, and especially through Marchand's attempt, through Marchand's freaking attempt through the on the freaking Bjorkstrand goal. That sucks. That really, really sucks, and that is not inspiring from your captain. And look, I know the refs are not on your side on this one. I don't care. You have this much talent. You need to do something with it. And right now, you're not doing anything with it. You're not doing anything productive with it. Thankfully, a great cycling of pucks gets the puck onto Pasternak's stick, and he fires it with just the slightest deflection from Coyle. It goes in. So we go to overtime. Great. Everybody loves overtime. Really, the only interesting thing about overtime was that DeBrusk had the game on his stick, and he flubbed it. Oops. So now we go to the shootout. Kyler Yamamoto, which, by the way, I'm surprised this is where he is now. I could have sworn that he was still on the market. I'm happy for him. I like Yamamoto, but this is where he ended up. Honestly, not a bad place. He scores. Nobody else does.